far away. I don't think she can go to the level that Ella's Babe can go to, but what she does show is the litter is a genuine staying litter. It's bred to stay. They do stay. It's in good hands of the Ennis camp, and she's going to be awfully hard to beat here in the Pink Diamond Rookie Distance Final.
100%. I'm sure we'll get the lowdown from Brooke Ennis shortly, but in the meantime, Ethan Christian is with Angela Langton.
Certainly am, Angela. Handling duties for Jeff Britton with Reiterate. How are we feeling going into the rookie distance?
Yeah, it's a great race, but he normally goes better after he's seen the track, and it was his first look at the track in the heat, so hopefully he can find a few lengths. He'll have to beat the 4, I think, if she sits on him, but hopefully he can run a good race.
Yeah, absolutely, but he's certainly shown a lot of ability in his own right to this date. We've seen some fast wins at the Meadows, and he's generally reliable early. He might be in front for a very long way.
Yeah, look, he's a really good beginner, and he's only very young, and probably thrown him in the deep end a little bit, stepping him up to 650, but, you know, he's shown that he can run it out, and he's a really nice pup on the up and coming.
Most certainly. Well, best of luck with him.
Thanks very much.
Also moving forward, one of the main chances in the race, Ella's Babe, Brooke Ennis. How are you feeling?
Yeah, look, it's just any other race, really, isn't it? You know, we're so grateful and lucky to be in big races before. So, yeah, you just take it as it comes, you know. They're young dogs and just hope things go their way.
Absolutely. She was a fantastic run last week in her heat, and you've also got some littermates in this race as well. It must be nice to have trained Sire and Dam, and now you get the family connection in this race too.
Yeah, it's a real family affair, isn't it? And, you know, it was a 26-hour whelping, so I'm hoping to get some type of result, that's for sure.
Certainly, hopefully it's worth the wait for you, but yeah, she looks like she's going to make quite the nice stayer. Have you always thought that she's had it in her?
Oh, look, they're obviously bred to be stayers. You know, she probably didn't show it early on in her break-in days, but no, she looks like she's coming along nicely, and hopefully just a bit of luck and see how we go.
Well, as we can see, she's pretty switched on, so best of luck with her tonight.
Thank you.
Moving forward, going to take Ella's Babe in this race tonight. I think she's going to be a pretty good stayer moving forward, so her on top for me. Jason, Nathan?
Indeed, she promises a lot at the moment. Ethan does, Ella's Babe, and tonight's the first chapter of what she could potentially be long term. And as we said before, Nathan, from a breeding point of view, a lot of these, a lot of strength, isn't there? Jane's Intention, for Henry Intention, Sweet as M, Voss Ali. No surprise to see this lot over 650.
No, and the trainers too. They're most probably some of the best distance trainers we got. We've got the Brittons, we've got the Ennises, we've got Todd O'Neill and Tom O'Neill, who these Intention dogs always are bred and trained to stay these 600 metre plus distances. They're very one-paced greyhounds. Henry Intention off an inside draw here. We'll be honest, he'll plod the fence and certainly make his self more than accomplished in a race of this quality, but there's a bit of speed in this on the map, Jace. Shake and Bake's a likely leader, Reiterate the likely leader as well. Flying Envy's got a bit of speed. So I think they'll make a pretty good charge to the first corner. I think it sets up nicely for Ella's Babe. If she can sit 4th or 5th, just behind them in the early stages, get a clean, unimpeded run through the catching pen the first time, stalk the leaders, get some clean air. I think she's the strongest greyhound in this race. She'll just need a little bit of luck in the early stages.
We see Reiterate at almost even money, and his form over 600 metres has been superb. Ella's Babe looks like she's going to get 700 comfortably. So in this race over 650, how do you separate those two?
I think I've just gone on what's going to be stronger, and I don't think Reiterate is going to be able to lead and dictate comfortably. I think the Kennel Mate and Shake and Bake's got a lot of early speed. Flying Envy can show speed and go forward as well. So there wasn't a great deal in the sectional times on the heats on the Monday with 3 or 4 of them going forward early. I just don't think he might be able to pinch the brake and keep rolling like he has been able to do over the 600. And then if he doesn't get any piece out in front, that's why I was drawn to Ella's Babe to sit behind the speed and be too strong late. So a very interesting race, but I've gone the stay here in Ella's Babe to come over the top late for the Ennis Kennel.
Looks promising. This is going to be a cracker. Let's see how it plays out. The Pink Diamond Rookie Distance Final. Here's Dan.
Before that, over the 600. Getting set. Moving into the boxes for race number 5. First leg of the main quaddie. It is the Rookie Distance Final. 20,000 to the winner. And the favourite, last look at the board, is number 3, Reiterate, at 225. Green light, set to go. And away. Reiterate jumped fairly well from 3, is pushing forward. Henry Intention the rail, but Reiterate led and got away with a good lead early. Ella's Babe's gone back to last. It's Voss Ali through to 2nd. Kipton was 3rd. 4th then was Shake and Bake from Henry Intention. Miles back Ella's Babe with Flying Envy and Full of Regrets. It's Reiterate. It's on its racket. Leads by 4 on Voss Ali. Kipton trying hard. Then Shake and Bake running on. Clear on Henry Intention. Round the turn. and Reiterate. He's got to find. He's 3 in front of Voss Ali, who's wearing it down, but Reiterate finds and Reiterate. Reiterate wins the rookie distance over Voss Ali and Kiptum. Shake and Bake ran 4th. They were clear then on Full of Regrets. Then came next in Henry Intention. Ella's Babe had no luck whatsoever, and Flying Empty was back with it. 37 and 28 for Reiterate.
Boy is good. We knew he was good over 600 metres, and now we know he's good over 650, and who knows what's ahead for him, Nath. I mean, any doubt we had over 650 has been absolutely squished tonight, because he looked like he was going to Wheaton, and he just kept kicking and kicking and kicking.
Yeah, he was able to get to the front, and then, geez, there was some tightening through that catching pen first corner area. There was a complete whitewash, and he was able to put a big gap in him through that early to mid-race section, and from there, they weren't going to pick him up, especially with the extra strong greyhound of Ellab's Babe getting caught up. She almost got through that catching.
She did, didn't she? That passage opened up, and Henry Intention got off, but he come back down.
Yeah, he come back down and got her. Otherwise, she would have got through the catching pen on the back of Reiterate, and most probably would have spotted the greyhound a good half a dozen lengths through the early stages. But based on what she ran home in last week, it would have been a really interesting match race. They've gone 37.28. She went 36 and 94 last week, so you would imagine she would have really closed the gap. But speed, getting to the corner first over these 650s is very important. There's only a real short run to the corner, and Reiterate was able to get there. The interference happened behind him, and he was able to push through and hold a very commanding lead through the early and middle stages, and then he wasn't for catching in the run to the line.
Voss Ali, a pretty good runner-up as well. I mean, he's been a dog that, I guess, for a long period of time, was considered a slow beginner over 500 with some sort of motor. So it's good to see him perform over this distance, and particularly in the way that he did tonight, where he looked a pretty good threat on the home turn.
Yeah, he did. He was making good ground, and another Brendan Purcell runner that's quite strong, very typical of the kennel. They certainly usually don't have much brilliance, but they're strong late, and he was strong in the run to the line again here tonight.
100% big engine, and Ethan Christian, he spoke to Angela Langton pre-race, and now he's got her post-race after a win.
Yeah, most certainly. The good luck charm is the chat before the race, and now we're here chatting after the race. And you said that he'd be better for the look last week, and it certainly turned out that way.
Yeah, for sure. And look, I think the beauty with him is he's such a good beginner. He's a great little box dog. We reared him ourselves and broke him in ourselves, and you know, he does everything right at box rides, and I think that was the key to winning the race today. He got in front, and there was a bit of trouble behind, and he just kept going.
Yeah, it certainly was. That early ability to get out on the arm to win big races like this, and owned and bred by one Jared Sharp, who had a bit of a connection with over the years, had a lot of dogs with him. It must be nice to have those relationships long term and be able to win races like this.
Yeah, for sure. Jared's a really good friend, a very close friend of ours. So it's great. You know, he's bred the mother, and he's bred this litter, and they're going super, and he deserves all the success he gets.
Absolutely, and now that we've won over 650, are we going to see him over a little bit longer, or maybe back to the middle distance?
Yeah, probably the middle distance at the moment. He's only very young, but it's up to Jeff, of course. He may go up to Brisbane with him and put him over further. We'll have to wait and see.
Yep, most certainly. Well, he's done a lot up until now, so congratulations and best of luck moving forward.
Thanks very much.
Terrific performance, Reiterate in the rookie distance. He looks a pretty nice type, and with that early speed, he's going to win a few races.
Thanks, Ethan. There's Angela Langton after the win of Reiterate in the rookie distance final. And what would you do with him, Nath?
No, I'd go straight back to 600. I think they're on the right boat. They're stepping him to 700 at this stage of his career. He's most probably not seasoned enough. He was more impressive in the run to the line this week than he was Monday, but I think at the moment the 650 is his maximum. I think they'll drop him back to 600, give him some more work around the two-turn, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him pinch off these 650 GDR races around the country circuit in between, and then try to build that engine for the later part of the year when the big races come up, and then try him over 700 then.
100%, and as Ethan said, owned by Jared Sharp as well, who's not here tonight. I know he's tuning into the coverage, so he's decided not to come to Shepparton where it's cold. He's taken the easy option to stay on the couch and put away some cold cans and watch his beloved Sydney Swans. But he's a good man, and as we pump the tyres up at George Ferrugia earlier on, probably on a smaller scale, but similar investment and love for the sport does Jared Sharp and his whole family. His wife Tammy, his son Tyler, they love it to death, and it's awesome to see them have the success they do have. The next at the Meadows isn't too far away, Nath. It is race number 4, I should say. Before we get to the first leg of the quaddie, Yamanu Bale for the Gibbons camp from a wide draw. Another favourite here from a wide draw at the Meadows. How do you think he's going to handle that?
Yeah, I think the wide draw is good, very good for it. It's been well supported. I think it opened up much larger this morning and certainly been well supported. Was a good winner from box 7 at the track and distance last week in 30 and 12. Didn't have a great deal of luck in the early proceedings in that run either. Got a couple of little checks and had to work 3 and 4 deep through the catching pen. Was awfully strong late. I think he gets a bit better of a run here tonight. Yashbale drawn underneath. It's a bit tardy early and he'll want to get wide. So if he can beat him out, I think cashing out in box 5 is a greyhound who will look to get down to the rail. Found some really good form at Sandown of recent times, but they've been off favourable inside draws. So I do think Yamanu Bale is the one they have to beat. He'll just have to stay safe in the early run to the first corner. I think the wide draw is an advantage for this greyhound, and if he's close enough, he might be too strong for him late.
The shelves, we just see the combination of Jeff Britton and Jared Sharp win here in the rookie distance final at Shepparton. They've got to shelves here in the next at the Meadows. He's pretty handy himself.
He's a litter brother as well, so the same litter. Greyhound, who we know is going quite well. He's posted some fast wins around the Meadows and Sandown already in his short 11-start career. He can certainly be a major player here. He'll just need to begin and get across in the initial stages. Country Crusader in box 2 does get up the track a little bit. So Ricky Bobby Riot looks pretty well graded. He's a 20-time winner, so a greyhound who certainly has a bit of experience over his rivals here tonight. Comes up with a favourable box 1 draw. He's a 6-time winner from the 9 starts, Jace, and he can certainly run a cheeky race off the favourable draw.
And Ethan Christian, quickly, who do you like here in the 4th at the Meadows?
Yeah, Yamanu Bale on top for me, 7, 6, 2 and 3, but I think you can throw a blanket over the lot of them. The only one who can't win, I don't think, is Little Tiger. It's a very even field, but I think Yamanu Bale's got the class edge if can overcome the mat. So number 7 for me in the next race in the Meadows.
Both number 7 for Ethan and Nath. This is race 4 at the Meadows. Let's get the happy.